What star sign do you want to talk about first of all?
I'm going to start with Aries, because if we don't do them first, we'll all be in trouble. So anyone who's got lots of Aries in their chart should find that all the things they've been working on will come to fruition come spring, because there's a planetary alignment I'm not going to go into because it'll be a little complicated, that shifts. And then for Taurus, they've been impacted for 7 years by some planetary aspects. So come spring again for them, everything will, they should be able to manifest things and bring sort of a level of abundance into their lives. Obviously, if they've just been sitting at home on the sofa watching everybody else, then it's not going to happen. They have to make stuff happen, but they can actually manifest things. So for Gemini, any oppositions that have been in their lives, this also applies to anyone who's got lots of Gemini in their full chart, the oppositions should be moving out around about now, because they've been impacted by Saturn. We call Saturn Queen Saturn, and that moved out on the 20th of December, so it should allow a new sense of truth to permeate their lives, which is a great thing. For Cancerians, our supermoon, I mean, Cancer is ruled by the moon, so even though the moon, especially full moons and supermoons.
So was it a supermoon last night? Because I went to bed and thought I'd left a light on the landing.
It was amazing.
The brightest moon.
Incredible. I mean, it was actually completely full at 2 o'clock this morning, and it was in the sign of Cancer. Now, Cancer is ruled by the moon, so they're impacted more than anybody else. I mean, we all are. You know, I don't know many people that haven't barked at the moon at some stage in their life.
Oh, I did. I went down to the fridge and raided the fridge last night at 2 in the morning. Yeah, that's what I did.
You're blaming the moon on that.
Right. So anybody, so a good thing for Cancerians this year is it's a really good time for them to work on intimacy. Oh. There's like there's a planetary alignment. Again, I won't go into it too much because I don't want to confuse anybody, but it's a good time for them to focus on intimacy and to forge deeper, more meaningful relationships. Leo, amazing. So Leo should have a much steadier time, especially in January. There's some opposition going on that's going to be really good for them. They should see the rewards of all their hard work this year, providing it hasn't been too self-centered.
Okay.
So for Virgo, now Virgo, they've been under an influence it's actually been going on for about 10 years, and it shifts in the next couple of months, which is amazing for them. So it heals all their vulnerabilities and allows them to see where their weaknesses lie, which is a good thing, because then they can work on it. So it should have a liberating effect on them, and that's great because they've been under pressure. Libra. If they lower their expectations this year and accept things as they are, it's a really good time for them to forge ahead. They can build new relationships, build new careers, and improve on what they already know. But they just have to lower their expectations. Is
that a trait of Libra, that their expectations may be too high?
Definitely, and also there's stuff going on in the sky that's making that even more so. So if they just lower their expectations, accept things as they are, absolutely brilliant, and less criticism, positive time for them. Scorpio, absolutely amazing. I love Scorpio. We'll talk about your combined charts later, but you've both got lots of Scorpio. So I was in fear of my life this morning with Eamon's sharp tongue. Okay, anyway.
Eamon Holmes OP, sharp tongue, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm so sorry. I'm fired, aren't I? I know. Right, okay, so 2018 is a massive year for Scorpio. They have huge amounts of energy as Mars is in their sign, and so is Jupiter. So it's really good for them. If they use this energy wisely, they can absolutely, achieve incredible things. Obviously, if they misuse it, they're just going to start fights and sort of battles for supremacy. So the more passion that they've got for any of the projects that they're working on, absolutely awesome. They're a formidable force.
Sagittarius, this is my star sign.
Yeah.
Yes. Focusing on the truth, and Sagittarians, that's their favourite concept. As long as it's the truth, it's okay, but sometimes they shoot people in the eye with the arrow of truth. I'm getting into trouble here.
No, I'm not disagree.
I'm just kidding. This is a really good time for change for them, and their faith in humanity should be restored.
Is there anything about a knighthood in there? Okay, Capricorn.
So Capricorn, they've got more planets in their sign than they've ever had in their whole lives at the moment. Pluto is in their sign. Saturn moved in and stays until 2020.
Is that good, or does it get complicated?
Everything goes right and everything goes wrong, but the thing is that it's a good time for them as long as they focus on what's real in their lives and they clear up house. So it's time for them to get all of their affairs in order and sort things out. And this is a sort of a new phase for them, but it's also a very powerful phase.
Okay.
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. Oh, they're air, but they're the water bearer. Apparently, they pour water on humanity or knowledge. It's knowledge. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Ooh, Aquarius. So Aquarius, for them, a lot of the stuff that's been going on for them it is lifting. So the things that they've been working on, they should be recognised for. A lot of the time, Aquarians are very behind the scenes, and if you're working with an Aquarian or you know an Aquarian, it's good sometimes to say thank you to them because they're getting more appreciated this year.
Well, Pisces is Ruthie's sign.
That's me, last but not least.
So Pisces, your ruling planet Neptune is actually in your sign. But there's a shift and lift coming, so all the things that you've been dreaming of, you can actually actualise the intangible.
Ooh.
So the things
Actualise the intangible.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the things that might not have been working out for Pisces so far, this year they can actually make them happen.
Yeah, like losing it strictly, that sort of thing.